You ever have one of those days where nothing happened, nothing bad, don't know what it is, just you're not happy? I don't get those feelings. I don't get them that often, but I do get them. The good things are that gap is nice. It's a little wide right here, but that's better than being too small. The bad thing is, I would show you, but the van's got to be sitting on the ground. When the van door opens, that very tip just barely touches that, and everything is so close. It's when you modify one thing, I know this, you usually have to modify another thing, which is a little handy bodywork that ain't that handy. You see these wood stick things with the Velcro? Well, if it was on the floor, that Velcro actually goes probably right here, and it barely touches. My point is, this, I'm going to have to cut this off and have to cut up in here because all this is going to rub. This is just what I mean about I have an idea, but I really don't think it all the way through. I've always done it. It hasn't always worked out. I have thrown my share of stuff in the garbage. But I tell my wife, if you're not willing to throw something away in the garbage, you're always going to have run-the-mill stuff. And I don't know where I get it from. It's just, but some I do modify, like, or balling out of budget, making my own little wing deal. So I'm gonna get sidetracked today. The temp is 63. That's adequate in here. It's like 30 something. I went back looking for in the Grand Prix videos of what I used to glue down the hood scoops, and I looked and I looked and I looked. I watched like 5 different videos. Man, that Grand Prix was rough as all fuck, wasn't it? Wow, I forgot how much work I put into it. This is not nearly that bad, but it's bad enough. My point being, I couldn't find anywhere in my video what I used, so I had to reach out to Shut Your Face Garage, and then I waste like 2 hours or more price matching shopping, whatever you want to call it, for Evercoat, FiberTech something it'll stick to SMC, fiberglass, everything underneath the sun, and it still won't hold forever because, you know, everybody knows that, you know, plastic, fiberglass, ASB, once it's bonded to metal, it expands and contracts at different times, at different temperatures, so it's gonna crack. So what's sad is that on a good, lucky time in my life, I guess to say it, I will get 5 years before it starts cracking. It's almost like, why do I do what I do if I know it's gonna fail? Weird. But anyway, I got this all measured out. I ain't got the holes done yet. I just ordered the stuff. That stuff was, wow. Anyway, I price checked. I couldn't get it lower than like $87. It just, you couldn't find it. And I don't like paying it, but it worked on the Grand Prix, and I don't want it to come apart because you put time into stuff, you don't want it to come apart, even though you know it's gonna come apart somewhere down the line, but it is what it is. So basically, I'm waiting for that stuff, so I'm using this little jig, which I don't have long enough bolts. Sweetness. So I'm gonna put that stuff right here and right there, as a jig, so these bolts will be in the same spot. Then take a cardboard template and put over it, then transfer it over here, then drill holes, and then mount the bolts down, and then take it off, and then put that Evercoat around the edge, and then wipe it clean and fiberglass it and whatever else. And then in the meanwhile, what I did is, these used to have like little tabs right here, and I sanded it too rough. Now I got to prime it because I ate into the plastic or whatever you want to call it. Whoa. But in the meanwhile, what I did is I made this that goes in. I got goes with this, then this goes with this. So this is what it'll look like. And the reason I'm putting that piece on the back is because I don't want the water to get into it. Even though the stuff that I'm buying is waterproof, I don't want no water to get up in here and settle, because it just is not a good thing. So I didn't buy long enough bolts, which I thought I had, but I don't. So I need 3-inch bolts, and I hate going to the store for one thing. But anyway, in the meanwhile, what I did is that battery charger, that little trickle charger, went through the firewall. Anyway, and it's going to come together here, and then when I get to some place, the campground or whatever you want to call it, I'll unplug the converter, then plug it into the outlet. The outlet will be, and I'll have a extension cord that I can pull out and plug it into a campground thing or whatever, and that way not run off the batteries. But I'll be going to use that cat litter box. Yeah, I use what I'm going to use. Then I started noticing, everything is going to come together about right up in here. So I would figure this is the room, so the small thing has to be moved over. Not a problem, because I wanted to go, the extension cord to be popped in and out of there. Well, start looking. Okay. You don't have to fix it because the ground effects cover it, but I'm going to, because that's the foundation. So then there's another panel right here. I know that's going to be digging deeper back here. And then we got the other side of the panel of the inner door. And I didn't realize the inner door was turd bomb like that. I don't know. I didn't know. But so I got to do all this. Whoa. I do have some repair panels, not many, but a lot of this stuff I'll just bend on the brake because it ain't no big deal, because you won't see it. What I don't like is, how bad is it right here? It doesn't show here, but it doesn't mean that it isn't here. And I think it is right here. But do what you got to do when you got to do it. And there you go. I think that's about all I got to say. Yeah. I wish that people would scuff. Let's see if I can get on this chair. I wish people would scuff their paint before they shoot paint, but they don't. But I can wish all I want, because it makes the next guy's job harder, which it ain't no big deal that this van door's been painted, because you can tell it has. They didn't tape very well and they got it on a windshield, which is common. I understand it's just a body shop and it's just a work van, and I understand all this, that, and other thing. Well, what I don't like is this door is damaged already. Okay, that's fine and dandy. Okay, right here is, you could tell, I took this screwdriver and I just drug it along here, and you could tell that the door is a lighter color white. It's like a cream. See right there? See where I just peeled that paint? See, I don't want to put paint over that, so I'm probably going to take the window out, both of them, because I don't want, see how Yeah, it's pretty common. I know people just don't care about nothing, and you know, I'm not saying everybody, but she's gonna break rust because they didn't scuff it. They should have heated it up, shoved the wire underneath there, and scuffed underneath it with, you know, one of these. 800 sponge something thousand, I don't know, 600, 500, a little something, but they didn't. So it's gonna make my job more difficult because I want it to last. And I noticed, I don't know what the heck happened, these windows really suck because they're flat and they're not van windows, and they're just flat and they screw everything up. And this is what I noticed the other day when I was sitting here. I hate looking at the van because this is what I noticed. See that? See that blip? I don't get it. It's like a crease. I don't get that. It's weird. Like right here. Maybe it was there and I never noticed it. I don't know. It's just more stuff. That's all. Whoa, get focused. Just more stuff. But it is what it is, what it's going to be tomorrow, and can't always have a good day. Piece of property, piece of one cell, piece on earth, rest in peace, bigger piece of pie, piece of X, piece of pussy, piece of corn dog, piece of pizza, and when the big dogs get all done eating, even the puppies like me get a piece of something, motherfucker. That just makes it right there, don't it?